Hey everybody, Mo here, and in this video, I'm bringing you guys some gameplay on Bandle Tree. So, Bandle Tree is a deck. It's not a new deck at all. It's kind of, been around for a couple of patches now. For those of you that don't know, Bandle Tree is 5-mana landmark that says, create a follower from a new region in hand at the start of your turn. And then at the start of your turn, you win the game if you have summoned units from all 10 regions. So basically what this means is you play a bunch of dual region units, or you play units like House Spider, which summons 2 total different regions, and then you play Bandle Tree, you end up winning. Your alternative win condition is of course Poppy, just kind of smorking them down. And yes, this is still a deck where you would play Poppy, even though she just got nerfed to a 2/3. Everything in this deck has 2 power or less outside of, I think, like Bomber Twins. So Poppy is still a very solid card in this deck because she still buffs your entire team and makes them big enough to block fearsome blockers and apply a decent amount of pressure. So that's really nice. However, Tree kind of fell off for a while because it was a mid-range deck, but it just wasn't the greatest thing ever. But now, with the addition of Grumble, Slug, and Kennen, you actually have a consistent way to hit every single region in Bandle Tree without playing just horrible, horrible cards. And that's really sparked my interest in Bandle Tree again. The very first person to ever hit Masters this season played a lot of Bandle Tree on their way up. I think they finished out their climb with Pirates, but they played a lot of Bandle Tree with Kennen on their climb to Diamond, like mid-Diamond. And that made me really reinforce my idea of, oh, Bandle Tree is really good now thanks to you have a really good Ionia unit and you have a good Bilgewater unit in Grumble Slug. So we're going to get some games here. I'm going to show you guys how to play Tree. We're going to see if it's actually good again or if it's still just kind of mediocre. I think because we're in a very mid-range style meta that Bandle Tree is going to be pretty good in this meta. But before we get into the games, I wanted to remind you guys that 60% of the people that watch my videos aren't actually subscribed to me. So if you guys could do me a huge favor and click that subscribe button and leave a comment down below letting me know what type of decks or content you want to see in the future on this YouTube channel, it'd help me out so much with the YouTube algorithm. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers before the start of 2022, so we can start off 2022 extremely strong with the 5,000 with that 5,000 subscriber base. So if you guys could tell a friend about me, just help share me on Reddit, all that type of stuff, I'd really appreciate it. That's it for the intro. Let's get into the games. Prodigy. Alright, we got against Timo Swain. Alright, we got our tree, so that's good. Unfortunately, they play Scorched Earth, so we probably can't win by tree, but we'll try. This is a really nice hand to get started, though. We already got a couple of the hard regions out the way. The PNZ, the Shurima. Those are fairly hard regions to get done. Hell, their own Tito. Party must have just killed that. I think I just went and killed him with my Teemo. Alright, we'll do some Mayor shenanigans. We'll take the Bilgewater unit, sure. Where's my suit? Pokey stick, okay. That's good, we get in some damage with Mayor. This is why we developed Mayor first. I developed Mayor because I figured they had a Pokey stick or something like that to kill Teemo. And at least this way we can get the 2 damage in with Mayor. Because like I said, they do play, well, shoot. That was good. They do in fact play Scorched Earth, so the odds of us actually winning with 3 is pretty low. So this matchup is pretty difficult because they have really good ways to deal with both. Alright, let's just go ahead and do some tricky stuff here. I'll take Grumble Slug just because he's cheap. Yep. I'll get it my 0 mana Tito. Maybe that'll bait the poison dart. Yeah, nice. All is going according to plan. So now we just get to build up a nice board here. We're gonna flock this and open attack them for a decent amount of damage. Oh, look, and our tree's already halfway there before we even get to play it. Now we get to open attack for a decent amount of damage. We're controlling the board a little bit. And that's really what you want to do with this deck is control the board. When you're against the aggro style decks, you just want to shove out as many blockers as possible to run the aggro player out of cards. And when you're against control players, you just want to take control of the board and just kind of apply as much pressure as possible. So here we'll go and play the Bandle Tree. They're going to kill off our mayor here, but that doesn't matter to us because we're out of dual region units. And at this point, we have so much mana, we can play just about any dual region unit we draw in our hand, or draw out of our deck. We just have to hope that every unit we get off of the Bandle Tree isn't stupid expensive. I like doing this. It's because my telescope's gonna die anyways. You might as well just block with it. Focus stick. Okay, so they're afraid of another Ravenous Flock. Makes total sense. We're just gonna shoot the face here. We don't need to shoot the Yordle, because if we draw into a flock or something like that, then we can just group shot. So Protopore was an amazing draw. It stops us from getting these really expensive Freljord cards off of Bandle Tree. Unfortunately, we had a Freljord card given to us already. But tis okay. We're going to go ahead and play Rock Bear. That way we can get the big unit on our turn if we need it to end up ending the game here in a couple turns. Demacia, nice. So, oh, nice. That's actually... Wait, I think we win. Wait, this was nuts. Because this gives me Noxus and Shadow Isles. And then the Pompous Cavalier is going to be Demacia. That's actually crazy. So we're going to go ahead and do this and try and bait out a flock or something like that, because you don't want to override units. Overriding units is typically bad, even landmarks like this, when it's not technically a unit yet. Okay, so I think I'm just going to override it anyways and just kind of swing in. Our tree is very close to leveling, so it's basically, do they have the Scorched Earth or not? Looks like they don't yet, or at least they don't care to play it yet. Sounds good. So we can get a nice attack in here. This gets blocked. This gets blocked. This gets blocked. We get 1 damage in and go to 6. But they lose. Oh, really? That doesn't seem very smart. Oh, I guess it works either way. Okay, and then we're just making our Endure big enough to hopefully win the game. And if they use a Scorched Earth on the Bandle Tree, then they're not going to have Scorched Earth to kill off the Ravenous Flock, or to kill off the Dehu Endure, which is really nice. Okay, so there's Flock. We just say okay. Alright, and Tree's going to give us our 10th unit here, which is Ionia. Nice. Alright, so we're basically forcing them into having a Scorched Earth, so we can just slam down Dehu Endure. I was really slamming down Dehu Endure made us not just win the game, so now they don't even have the Scorched Earth yet. We just gave them another turn to draw the Scorched Earth. That doesn't seem very good, but we're threatening double win condition here with the Dehu Endure. Like, this is kind of just lethal. We hit him for 4 or 5. I guess we put him to 1. Okay. Buster Shot, good. So I think we're just gonna look for lethal here. Yeah. We're gonna put him to 1, but then they lose their Swain. Anymorph, okay. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Alright, that's another shot at creating a Scorched Earth. We are unfortunately not going to have enough... Okay, so he's digging, so we win. Cool. Got there. Nice. So they just didn't have Scorched Earth, and that's why we won. So pretty good. We were able to apply a lot of pressure there with our units, which is what you want to do against these slower control style matchups. And then we ended up winning with Tree. And most control decks, you are going to win with Tree. You just need to like shove out units, and then they can't really deal with them. But in this control deck specifically, they're also playing Scorched Earth. So in most control decks, like your Darkness, your TLCs, your Field of Rush, stuff like that, they're not going to be playing Waste to Destroy Landmark. So all you have to do is just spam out units, not die, and then just play your Landmark, and you win the game. So pretty good game, pretty good game. All right, let's get another game in here for you guys. All right, Plunder. Cool. So we're against Plunder. This matchup, I like this matchup. I've had a lot of success in this matchup in the past, but some people have said it's been Plunder favored. So we'll see if it no Plunder favored. I'm gonna keep a Minimorph in my hand just because Minimorph usually wins the game, because the only way they can ever kill you is with leveled Gangplank and attacking. So if you just Minimorph them, that's good. I guess this matchup got a little worse because we stopped playing Aloof Travelers in Bandle Tree, but if Plunder ends up being one of the most dominant decks in the meta again, and you're just playing against it constantly, then feel free to just go ahead and add back in your Aloof Travelers, because it's basically just 4 mana discard opponent's win condition. So they triggered Plunder. I probably could have just passed and made them miss their Plunder trigger on 2, but that also tells me that their hand is pretty bad. There's our Aloof Traveler. We're going to take it, 1, because it advances our landmark, but also 2, because like I was saying, it Aloof Travelers is good to stop their win condition. So what I'm going to do here to stop him from playing, his hand seems pretty bricked. He's going to open attack with a monkey. I'm actually going to Pokey Stick my own 1/1. And this stops a Plunder trigger from him. And this is going to look really weird. But basically what this does is it stops him from playing cards like the Catfish, which is basically his only way of coming back into the game, is to getting a bunch of card advantage from the Catfish. So if we can stop him from playing Catfish, wow, and he missed that. Yeah, this game's pretty over. Pressure Strike is going to be really nice against the champions. And we're going to Ravenous Flock the monkey here, so he doesn't even get triggers next turn. And I wouldn't be surprised if they just conceded after next turn. Cool. So I do that. We're going to get rid of the Sejuani with the Aloof Travelers. Alright, so we got rid of 1 Sejuani, so they still have another Sejuani over here. Top deck Mirai Wardens, that should be fine. Here comes Bomber Twins. So okay, interesting that I don't know why they didn't just play these out on turns 2. But yeah. Pretty weird. Pretty weird. We don't really have to attack because we're not the aggressor here. We do have eventually just this like Bandle Tree win condition, and the more units we keep in our on our side of the field, the better, because it makes his Make It Rain odds worse. There's Sejuani. Sounds good. And right here we can just Minimorph the Sejuani probably. I like stunning it. We can stun Sejuani and stun probably the 2/4 because nothing can really block it. And this again stops them from getting a free Plunder trigger because of the Sejuani Overwhelm. Yep. So there we just say okay. I'm down to just pass, I think. I'm down to pass. I want to save this Pokey Stick in case they go for a greedy parlay on one of my units. I want to be able to Pokey Stick it. Maybe the play was to play like a House Spider to again make their Make It Rain odds even worse. But who really knows? If the play is parlay, I like keeping Pokey Stick. But I guess either way I could have played the House Spider and just lost out on the Spider Link here. My tree has to be like extremely close, which is nice. Scorched Earth is really good, so I guess we're just gonna go ahead and Pokey Stick this so we can Scorched Earth it. Grumble Slug. Yeah, this card was absolutely an amazing addition because it made it so you don't have to use a champion slot on your Bilgewater unit now. Because you used to have to play Fizz in your Bilgewater spot, and then that's how you got Bilgewater in this deck. But now that opened up champions, and plus they printed an Ionia champion, it's a lot better. Yep, so here's the parlay. We got kind of punished for it. Granted, he had double Gangplank, so his hand was like double Sejuani, double Gangplank. We knew it was pretty bricked, just off of how they were playing and passing a whole lot. But overall, it should be okay. They're still not anywhere close to having their champions leveled. They're only 3 out of 5. We have Minimorph, so we're kind of chilling. Here comes the Scrap Heap in play for the late game grind. So there's the Gangplank. We're going to Minimorph Gangplank. We'll just block everything here. We don't care. So we Minimorph Gangplank, block with the 3-2. Alright, that's 4 champions down. Or I guess 3 champions down, technically. Only 3 down. He's drawn 4. So we're going to go ahead and use this, discard the shitty card we got off of earlier. So we have Challenger. We have Stealth, Impact, Mecha Yordle. We have Attack, double my power, and Impact. I think we're just going to take the Elusive unit here and just start hitting him for 3 every single turn. And let's see what they do. We kind of have to hope they don't have too many more champions in their hand because we are running out of answers to their threats. Okay, here comes Shadow. I expect a 6-mana Harpoon probably. Alright, we're just going to get in there with our 3 elusive damage every turn. Put them on somewhat of a clock. Not a great clock, but somewhat of a clock. We are going to stop that because we don't want them to get free plunder triggers. We want them to really work for the plunder triggers. So they had a second one. We say, okay. Not much we could really do about that. So now we're just swinging. So we just go block, block, block. All right, here comes House Spider. See if I'm gonna get harpooned anytime soon. No, but there's the black market merchant off the top. So yeah, now they're gonna start spamming out black market merchants. And this is why we wanted to avoid the plunder triggers earlier by pinging our own stuff, because that was kind of a new black market that was top decked. I thought he would have a black market merchant from the right side of his hand here. Hidden Pathways? Oh no, he nabbed the best possible card for him. Stop it, please. Parlayed my face. Why? You already triggered plunder this turn. That seems pretty weird. Okay. Yeah, I think they messed up. So there's the harpoons. This is why I didn't want to override anything with Tito in case they drew into a harpoon. But now that they did, we can freely play the Teemo. Also, we can kind of just swing out now. Guess we only push. We don't push that much damage, but overall, it's okay. The only reason you would want to keep their board full would be because to stop a Field Rush, because Field Rush would need 2 unit slots, but because they already have 2 unit slots, we can just swing here. They don't really want to block with Crackshot Corsair because it's the only way they have to guarantee plunder triggers at the moment. So realistically, we're getting like 3 units across right now, which is, it's not bad. We'll end up getting 4 damage in and some mushrooms. That's not the worst. We could push for an extra damage if I wanted to grumble, if I wanted to override my Spiderling here. I might do. Guess I'm getting roped. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to override the Spiderling. We're going to push for 5 damage. Maybe the Teemo Shrooms will come in clutch. Okay, well now we're not getting in any damage. Oh, we really, really need a big card here. Chloro is pretty good. It helps us push some damage. Do this. Just 6 mana harpoon. Okay, so they don't want to take damage. We say that's fine. We say here goes my Teemo. Are putting mushrooms in the deck. And a Bandle Tree at any moment. I think we're missing Ionia. Okay, there's Gangplank. Sounds good. So they're leveling their Gangplank. Not really much we can do about that. This guy's drawn triple Gangplank, double Sejuani, double Harpoon. Okay. This is all good. Interesting. He doesn't want to attack with Gangplank because he wants it to live. That's fine. I mean, we can just do this. I might be walking into a Field Rush by clearing up his board. And then that would definitely be game over, so. Alright, let's see if we can get some Miracle off of this. Trickster basically just gives me more elusive damage. There's a Butcher, so here comes a Trickster. So we're hitting him for 4 elusive. See what we get here. Poppy is nice. Now we're hitting him for 5 elusive. Oh, top deck to have another gangplank. Holy cow, this guy's drawn 4 gangplanks. 4 gangplanks. Okay, well. I think we're just gonna full send it here. 4 gangplanks is kind of a lot to deal with. They don't want to block with Gangplank in case I top deck like a Ravenous Flock or a Scorched Earth. I'm assuming. Okay, so they don't care. I understand that's what he was thinking on, why he didn't just immediately snap block with the Gangplank. Yeah, they want to keep Crackshot open because they have to push as much damage as possible because I kind of just win on the next turn, especially if they block everything. So this is pretty scary. We're going to be taking 6, 7, 8 damage. I have no idea what this last card in his hand could be if it's not Field of Rush. Also, we haven't drawn a tree yet. The Crackshot. So are we dead? Be 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Here's our Kennen. We still haven't drawn a tree. Yeah, I would have drawn something really good to consider him to develop. So, yep, we're exact dead. So we have to block something. Might as well block and kill the Gangplank. And then just die to any amount of ping damage. Or really just their next attack. I think we're actually at 10 out of 10 on my tree though. So if we draw a tree, we win. Tree. Okay, telescope. Oh, man. Nope. That is not it, boys. Wow, really no tree, huh? We went until 15 cards left in our deck and couldn't see 1 tree, and our opponent saw 4 Gangplanks and 2 Sejuanis and 2 Harpoons. Pretty crazy stuff. Oh, well, I'm going to keep that game in there because it was really close, and it just kind of showed you that you can fight a lot of these big unit decks and the threats, even though we didn't win. As long as you guys learned something, I think that was a really good learning experience on how to deal with multiple threats and to show you how good this deck is at dealing with multiple threats. Again, we were able to deal with 2 Sejuanis and triple Gangplank, but the 4th Gangplank kind of just sealed the deal. Also, the double Harpoon to kill both of our threatening units. On top of not seeing a tree. If we would have drawn tree at any point there towards the middle or in, would have been fine. Another like Ravenous Flock or anything to deal with the final Gangplank. We still had the Scorched Earth, the Ravenous Flocks in our deck to deal with the Gangplank. Stuff like that we also could have been fine. So it was extremely close game, and that showed you that you can really how to take value and control the board a lot of the times from those spots. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really like Bandle Tree. Like I said, I think Grumble, Slug, and Kennen were huge additions to the deck. It really made it so you can actually play all 10 regions well in your deck, and you don't have to play the worst cards possible. So that always feels really, really, really nice. So I'll have the deck link to this deck in the description down below so you guys can copy it and put it in your own games. That's going to be it for this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave comments down below on anything you'd like to see in the future with some feedback. I enjoy feedback. Join my Discord so you get notifications whenever I go live on Twitch or post videos on YouTube here. And then go follow my Twitch because I stream on there almost every single day. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.